So I'll be able to share you a view on the 2024-2025 tech stack, how 2026 tech stack has evolved, what the players are currently are, and what exactly are is the ideal tech stack that you need to make sure that you were able to send the best of emails and leverage the best techniques and strategies towards generating as many positive responses and opportunities you humanly possible can for your business, making sure that all of this makes the most amount of sense, right? That's what exactly our goal is. That's what we're here for. So this is what look like, right? Things look like. I believe you've heard of the tool Clay. I'll just share quickly how the past tech stack used to look like and what the current tech stack has to go before we discuss a lot of other very interesting topics in this video, including the rise of MCPs, the most important Git repositories that you need to know about. What are other people in the space saying about best of tools and why? What are my opinion on it, as well as the other things, right? So majorly 2026, these were the most important. Like I don't have affiliates with anyone, or I'm not being paid to promote anyone. I'm just doing this strictly based on my experience. But this is exactly what the previous tech stack used to look like, where people were using either Apollo or some tool similar to that of Apollo, like Expert Apollo or similar, right? We have Clay, we have Prospio, we have Lead Magic, ICPs. They are majorly the most important enrichment tools, right? That we lead to use. We used for funding information, Clutch, something similar like Crunchbase. We were able to use something like BuiltWith for tech stack information, right? Store leads for e-com information, and say brand nav. Again, no bounds enrichly for validation of those email accounts, and API for further enrichment of, say, finding ads data and a couple of other data pointers, right? And yeah, so as well as we were using Zenros for other and whole of scraping, OpenAI API and Claude majorly for the same, right? So yeah, Claude was just used barely basically for, say, copywriting and not in so much greater depth. But now it has completely evolved, right? Sales Navigator was our source. Right now, I don't see anyone using Sales Navigator. Clay was a one-stop solution, and it was just out of the door, right? People have started evolving and using it a lot, and it was the big deal back then, right? Phantom Bus for data scraping, we used to use these, which are somewhat similar. For us to use now, we're using Rapid API, we're using API. Phantom Buster, not so much. Zenros, instead of Zenros, I suggest Spider.cloud. Actually, Instant Data Scraper, never gonna go. I think I don't know, but this is like just we're starting to use it less and less as much as possible, right? So right now we just use Instant Data is API, like Instant Data Scraper for very quick scraping jobs. We are using Claude a lot for scraping, Codex a lot for scraping, and we have Spider.cloud for scraping, right? Data enrichment, previously we used to use a lot of database of, and waterfall is one very hot method, hot word inside of 2024, 2025. Well, it is almost going to go extinct, majorly because of the fact that all of these providers are, even though they're really good, you know, we are using just one or hardly waterfall of two providers to make sure that we are able to extensively, cleanly get data, right? We are not using 12 different data waterfall providers, and right now, all of agent skills, soul files, soul skills, codec, all of those skill files, all are workflows and not in Clay. I remember when I used Clay the last time, but I don't remember the last time I used Clay for 4 hours, right? So buying signals, we are able to use these still. Social media signals we can get from Triggerify, a couple of them, right? Things have also evolved a lot on signals, right? So instead of using expensive signals, people have started using comparatively more inexpensive signals, right? We'll talk a bit about that later. Sales messaging, Twain, no. Sales messaging, right now, people are just leveraging majorly Claude, yeah, right. So that's at least me. Deliverability, Glock apps is great. Email guard has been really great as well. And custom SMTP boxes, most of them have been gone extent. One thing that's been standing out is called inbox get. So that's standing out a bit. And then you can use and build your own email infrastructure, which is what I would love to suggest, and which is what my next video would be about, on how exactly you can do that and how all of those things, right? So I'll help you with that. Sales engagement. Yeah, we can use something like sales robot. We for LinkedIn outbound, for email outbound, we can use something like smart lead or email bison majorly on this same, right? Deal closing, that's great, but this is what we used to do previously. Now brutally, right, this is great data, but then this has been replaced by Prospeo, through which sign up link you'll be able to see below in the description. Alternative for close, I majorly just leverage HubSpot or Salesforce, right? I just feel they're a lot more better, but there are a lot of new CRMs in the market, right? Like previously mentioned, attention. Yeah, attention is is more like Fathom though, but we have Breakhold, we have yeah, we have a couple of really great CRMs out there right now. Ocean is also, I think, people are using Ocean not the most. For lookalike, people are using AI-Arc lookalike right now. AI-Arc is a new hotshot tool. AI-Arc, there's a couple other Blitz APIs also being very used a lot. I'll just show you what these look like. Again, no mean to promote, and promotion is great for these companies, but then I'm just suggesting them out of my experience, right? So we have these alternatives. Close alternatives majorly is Prospeo with their Prospeo version 1.1. Yeah, this is that's exactly what we're leveraging as of right now, because they have more filters than I would say anyone else right now on planet Earth. So this is extremely great. You can use my link below to sign up as mentioned, right? Previously, it was just a Chrome extension grabbing email addresses. Right now, it's a full-fledged repository with everything you can do, from lookalike, scanning your competitors, finding out how many leadership and department growth, and these are like so much more, right? You just can, like, full enrich is really good as well. It's a waterfall enrichment aggregator, so it's just expensive. But yeah, worth it as well. It's able to find out data that other providers might not be able to. So Visa and all is fine, right? You can use Visa has some no unlimited one. Majorly Blitz API AI are really great for us to leverage and use. And yeah, right. So instantly is fine. I just honestly prefer either a smart lead, or I would prefer email bison as the best of sequencers out there that exist, right? So there's that Woodpecker, I don't know, QuickMail, all of these I have not used in a lot of time. So majorly, that's what these things look like. For video outreach, and you can use something like that. You can use for video outreach is also gone extent. I think so, right? Yeah, we have a couple of really great alternatives to video outreach that I'd be able to share you. Vina is one of them. Vina, yeah. Apparently this is still really active, and Vina's good. This guy is my friend, the founder, so I'd say it's worth it, right? Try Vina. It's good to see how things look like. And LinkedIn automation, sales robot, you can just it has API access, it has voice cloning feature and accessibility, right? Yeah, so it's really great. And Volexy, if you have to cheap out on this, Volexy is really good as a cost-effective alternative. With website visitor identification, you can use RB2B for the same. You can use instant. Yeah, there's also one by the founder of InboxKit that's also very good. Let's just go over and try to find out what that looks like. Just a second. InboxKit founder. Let's see what that looks like. Devanshu's not the founder. I forgot who is the founder of InboxKit. Yeah. So basically, yeah, you can check it out and you'd be able to see and basically leverage. And not Devanshu, Lakhane. Lakhane. Yeah, you get the point, right? You can find my link below to sign up for that as well. And yeah, that's exactly what these things look like. I would use for marketing automation. I would majorly use for email nurturing. I would use HubSpot. You can also use something like customer, like yeah, Behave. There's also an open source one that I would be able to suggest you soon, so you can make sure that these things you can check out. Puzzle is, yeah. So N10, and there we also have a Claude workflows. We have Codex workflows. So they have recently like uncovered. Yeah, but I'd be able to send over link of these things inside of chat so you can make the most amount of sense for them, and they really make sense, right? I would just use for conversation intelligence, use Fathom API, Fathom MCP, right? Fathom MCP has been launching soon. Fathom API we have right now, so that we can make sure that it makes the most amount of sense for us right now. I would use Taplio. There's also this other one that I'm forgetting the name of. So we can use, yeah, there's a couple of really great ones that we can leverage as of right now. As mentioned, we can use Apollo. All of these tools have been fine. I'll just tell you like the real juice that you want to know on this video, which is what you're here for, right? Browse AI is good for scrape sending as well, but I haven't really used this in a while. Majorly don't use these ones, right? Let's just get back on the real video. Previously, Clay used to be extremely great, right? And people used to see a lot of juice, a lot of value inside of Clay, right? It was founded in 2017. They then the co-founder Varun came in, and 2021 they saw massive boom, and then they got onto that boom. And then they are fucking $5 billion right now worth. So they've been scaling like crazy. Their team's been really big. They're one of the fastest growing startups in all of Silicon Valley, and they made a good name for themselves, right? And OpenAI is a very, very big relation on all of them. Previously, they were 149. We were on a $349 plan, right? Right now, I just believe that right now they're at 450 USD, something like that. So I just got rid of Clay for now. For us as well, I've seen a lot of other industry players and experts in this field got rid of Clay, which is fine, right? So I don't know the last time I needed Clay. So there's that. Yeah, right. We had all of these things which were added on the new plan, but then the worst thing that added was the action items, right, as the setting on Clay. So we got rid of that, and they added hard ceilings, right, which they already had though. But that's the main reason. Even though Clay MCP was launched recently, I just don't really see the most amount of need to use Clay in this, right? So even though they are doing community events and all, like the Clay Club that's been going on, I really wanted to, like, I even got in on the first round. I selected for the first round, but then I procrastinated and did not completed the assignment. I'm just trying to be extremely honest with you. So I did not went into second round, right? But you get the point majorly that previously there used to be Clay agencies that still exist now, right? But that's what it looks like. Majorly, we then came in the picture, which is called as Claude Code, right? Which people started using more and more and more. Right now, we are on a $200 plan. We have one right now. We are getting another one very soon. But this is what things look like as of right now for us. And yeah, right. These are the financials for Anthropic, which are growing humongously. Right now they're worth $30 billion plus, and I believe that's very little valuation for them still. Now they easily would be able to go 100 billion plus extremely soon, right, once they hit their IPO, which is targeted for October 2026. Let's see what that looks like, right? And these are the average real numbers. I'm not trying to bore you a lot, but these are the mental models that you need for your there's tools, there's skills, and that's MCBs inside of Claude Code, and that you really want to leverage. I absolutely use Claude Code in just dangerous mode all the time, and yeah. So we have Claude skills, and the anatomy basically looks in a way where we have to have a skill.md file where that's telling everything about, and then we need to have specific filters, specific folders for scripts, references, and if we have assets, then about the company, then assets, then we want to have all of these, instead of them. I'm just going to send you a link of all the best skills and repos inside of Claude Code that you absolutely need to leverage, right? That would be able to give you an edge over other go-to-market engineers. We have Claude Code GTM skills, right? So just search for this, you'll be able to find it. We have Novulaski's outbound skills, extremely great. Claude GTM plugin, really good. We have Claude skills by Ali, right? We have GTM agents, right? We have for workflow orchestration, we have marketing skills by Corey Haynes, which is a GTM founder, right? GTM co-work skills. We have all of these that you absolutely need to take a look at. Just copy paste them, and you'd be good to go. I'd be able to send you the link towards this doc, so you have all the information you really need, right? Claude Code still have like limitations, like you previously saw. We had somewhere about with the million token context thing that came out, that just lessened the role of everyone, majorly because the output reduced before the launch of Opus 4.7, right? Mythos right now is just making a lot of thunder in the news. I heard the last time for Asian banks who are in trouble because Mythos found vulnerabilities in the active live system where people are trading and every single day use their things, right? But major, these are the things that look like they were offering usage promos and yeah, pushed and all of that. Taylor, which is a good friend of mine, you did recent testing on this and came across on like even on his post, he was doing some really active good things that, and I'll briefly show you what his things look like. He also like a couple of, this was like a recent event where people went in and he was just on exactly this thing, right? On the systems that he built, these are the systems that I have that we have recently built along with him as well. So yeah, these are what our next set of videos going to be. But majorly, the CEO of HRFs has been, valuing them, telling them that, hey, Clay is, in XYZ, right? Yeah, so these are what the value of people looks like on Clay. This is what the Jesper One told in one of his newsletter. Why would you need or do not need Clay for? There has been 3 eras of Clay. ChatGPT era, there was a Clay era, then the Claude Code era that came in with co-work and whatnot, right? So Claude Code era is like doing good, and that's what people are leveraging as of right now. Same is what people saw and told in their other newsletters as you're able to leverage as of right now. I'd be able to link this talk down below in the description, so you'll be able to take a look and read all of these linked articles as per sent over, right? The real code and config that you can use to be able to build for is something, create a master campaign like that of GTM operations, where we have knowledge, where we have all of our major important skills, right? Knowledge, paid acquisition, outbound. You can have all of these skills here, and then Claude Code will be able to leverage the necessary skills to perform in a certain way. Make sure all of these skills you are going through one by one, and yeah, using, right? Majorly, we have automated reports, all of that you'd be able to find inside of this GitHub repository. The major things are the automated reports, then you can have client name built out and deliverables, whatnot, right? So take a solid look at this and make sure that these are connected, because the Claude does wonders after they are, right? This is what a Claude MD sample file actually looks like, where you have identity, you have roles on what exactly you need to do, right? You can add in API keys, you can add in MCPs linked and connected all together. What is the prioritization that you have to use for tooling when I tell you a certain task? What does the routing for skill.md look like, and how it would work? So yeah, and this is another skill.md file for cold email. right, that you can leverage as per and expectations. Same with, yeah, this is one of the Python files for cross-view waterfall enrichment and fallback that you can leverage, right? Same with smart lead. So same with MCP server configuration that you absolutely need to make. We have Apollo, we have Clay, HubSpot, XR, Playwright, and a couple others that can be added, like that of AIR, all of these where whom link you'd be able to find for signing in. And Prospeo has been extremely great. I'll tell you the era and the history of Prospeo as of recently. So how they have been used up is what I'll tell you, right? What happened is Prospeo first started as a Chrome extension where a free Chrome extension you can use to be able to find, details about people, right? So that's where they started off, and then they built out themselves, worked on data so much that they became one of the best data providers, enrichment data providers. So if you have a list, they will be able to enrich you on all the data pointers you want, and then they'll be able to extract LinkedIn and email out of that, so on and so forth, were the things that they were majorly focused towards doing, right? Then what they did is they came up with V2, where they added filters and created it up in a particular sales directory, and that became like a directory of leads that you can extract and find out, and it became one of the best things in the world for it to happen. And then they came up with V2.1, where they added so many filters that people cannot even fathom, and that are not even available out there in the world for you to use. So API, we have their API finders that we can use from the API and MCP, right? We have so many users from Chrome. They have excellent testimonials. They're a big company. And then we have, so that's what things look like. And the even marked it as #1 of enrichment providers, so on one of their blogs. So these are the landscape that you can completely use post Clay, right? And you can also add in here N10. You can also add in here so I'll share you an alternative to N10 that you can leverage, right? Which will be able to help you provide better value in less time. Don't use Gong. You'll be heartbroken, right? But majorly AI Arc is really good. There's a couple other really good as well that you can definitely leverage, like Blitz API as mentioned. You can use Evil Bison or Smart Lead API. You can use HeyReach API or Sales Robot API or MCP, right? And all of these you can use and create specific Claude skills, right? That will essentially technically help you make it a Clay alternative, right? So these are a couple other alternatives that you can completely leverage to make sure that things look out the best, which are CRMs, which are headless context layers, and something similar. So majorly afterwards, these are just how people and what people are saying for and the implementations of Claude Code across go-to-market engineering. Right now, it can prep calls, it can do so many things that people can't even fathom, right? You tell it, hey, use XYZ, do this, and it will scrape and automatically send over the entire CSV to you, right? This is what it can do. So yeah, that's what people are paths and wishes towards, which is from the best. You can build a full prospect list in 30 minutes through XR, five crawling API, right? Which are all interconnected MCP-based tools that you can connect towards Claude. Make sure that you can build any list possible, right, out of these, making sure that you know the correct actor to use and whatnot, right? So make sure that you're able to leverage these, and people have different sentiments, like their sentiments towards Clay just basically says that use Claude Code, right? You can leverage and go through Nick Serif's 4-hour course and their 6-agent deep dive. I would also be recording short, like multiple lectures soon on all of these things, right? So these are just the claims that we've made sure of that you can take a look at. That's fine, right? And the context of those things for us, which led to them working and not working, right? So yeah, that's exactly what things would actually look like. Make sure that you're able to make a lot of sense from this video on what exactly were the fact banks that we told, that you are able to take a solid look at and make and ensure that you know the things where that are coming from. But I hope you were able to get a solid sense of the overall outline of things, the most important action items, as well as other aspects of things I mentioned. Make sure you're able to analyze this, take a solid understanding. And yeah, I really appreciate you hopping onto this brief video explaining the niche breakdown of GTM tools, and you were able to understand things well. You can implement them, I believe, in your tech stack. And all the links you can find below. And let me know if you have any other questions on my email, LinkedIn, or Instagram, all linked below. Thanks, Stan, for your time on this particular video and your attention. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.